Welcome back to another clay tutorial. Today we are going to create Toad from Super Mario Bros. Now I've been thinking about creating this character for a long time, but I was hoping to wait until he came out in Super Smash Bros, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen, so we'll just create him on his own, not as a Smash Bros fighter, but I can still pretend he'll be in the game one day. I know everybody has their dream characters they wish were in the game. For me, it's either Toad or Captain Toad. I've always wanted him in there, and in the GameCube version of the game, it was pretty funny because in the credits, you know how you can shoot all of the different names that come through? Well, there was always this thing that people believe that you'd be able to unlock Toad as a fighter if you shoot every single credit. Well, there was a video showing this, but I'm pretty sure it was a fake video. But we tried that so many times to try to unlock Toad, I really don't think that it's true though. Maybe one day we'll be able to experience Toad in Super Smash Bros. Though. Here we have Toad's shirt, I think you would call this, maybe it's a vest. So once we get the basic shape of it here, we can outline it with some yellow clay. This yellow clay I mixed a little bit of gold with, and I think maybe that little bit of shine looks kind of cool. Let's stick that right onto Toad. Now we need a wire into his body because he's going to have a very big, very heavy head, and it would just fall right off without a wire. So now we'll start creating Toad's head. Now I never noticed this before creating it, but you know how the top of Toad's head looks like a mushroom top? Somehow I never put together that his face looks like the stem. I don't know why I never thought of that before, but he actually is a mushroom. So now here we can use some red clay to cut out all of the circles that are going to be on his head. We need 5 of these in total. There's 1 on each side and then 1 right on the top. So let's start getting those in place. And as you can see, I straightened up the lines on the circles a little bit using my tools. So now let's create Toad's head, his face on his head. This is where I noticed that he actually is just a mushroom. Here we have the white part on his eyes. And now we'll cut out where his mouth is going to be. As usual, we can use some darker clay, some real dark red clay. I usually just take some red and mix it with black to get this inner mouth color. And we need a ton. And I guess mushrooms don't have teeth, so we don't need any teeth in there. Now we're gonna try to create some hands. I always have a struggle with hands, you guys know that, I've mentioned it before. But these ones I really wanted to try even more detailed to create it. It's just the part going from the hand to the arm, I can never seem to get that right. I'm not sure what it is. I've been practicing making some hands though, so maybe if I keep practicing I'll get better. Now that we're done with our hands here, let's attach them onto the body. And now Toad is ready to get baked. After baking, we can take some super glue to attach Toad's head onto his body. But first, I want to use some of this FIMO varnish, and I've been using it lately on eyes, and I think it helps a lot to bring the clay figure to life. I know some people do the whole figure, but I don't really like that very much. And this is why you should always be careful when you use super glue. Now, Toad was not standing up very good by himself, so I had to use some sandpaper to file down his feet, and eventually we got him to stand up very nicely. There we go. And here it is, guys, Toad from Super Mario Bros. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one.